idea what this is. There's a little info display over there. Let's check that out before I go hiking somewhere to find out it's a dry creek bed or something. Well, they weren't dry falls. They're pretty cool. I walked all the way around behind. Whew. Okay, that was quite a hike. A lot longer than it looked like from the parking lot. Two things. Hiking with your helmet on, not a good idea. I am hot and sweaty. Got my visor open to cool down. And two, I'm not used to the elevation and thinner air. Now, I'm out of shape as it is, but oh man, coming back up all those stairs. There's a couple hundred of them. Whew. Yeah, buddy. All right, back to the ride. Man, I'll tell you what, on these blind curves going around the cliffs, stay away from the center line. Just went through a whole bunch of really nice little curves, and two douchebags coming around on the other lane were over the center line in cars. I mean, they weren't racing, they were just not staying in their lane. And you have no warning coming around some of the curves, like this here. See, they just pop up. So stay to the inside. If you take, even staying in your lane, just going to the outside, they would have hit me. Because their whole tire was in my lane. And then look at the mirrors. So don't ride here. Ride here. You know you're in hillbilly country when you see a flea market advertising stun guns and prom dresses. Quite the huge hill. Coming up to this town here. Speed limit 20. They probably mean it. Wow, really cool little middle of nowhere town up here too. Franklin. Huh. Glad I have GPS because they're pretty lax on the signs. They're showing the major ones, but staying on 28 has been a little bit of a challenge. I think the GPS took me through that town by mistake, because here's a junction with 28, which I was on. And apparently sometime I got off of, but now we're getting back on. Anyway, it was cool to ride through it. It was only a couple minute detour. Apparently nobody can drive worth a crap around here. This jackass thinks that's where you stop. He was in and out of his lane on both sides. It seems to be about the norm around here, so mental note, if you come riding around here, stay away from the center line. I am not kidding. It is bad. Well, I can tell we're getting into the good stuff because I'm seeing more and more motorcycles. There's been about 20 so far that have gone the other way. Got a fellow Floridian right in front of me here. Jim Brown, Tampa Bay. I saw that and I know where he's from. Right near me. Cycle Crazy. Franklin's Motorcycle Shop. Man, I just hit this section here. The road just turned real bumpy, which is quite sketchy going around these corners. I'm slowing way down because the rear end was starting to hop a little bit. Can't tell if it's like tree roots or from freezing or what, but it's just like a washboard. If you've ever driven on a washboard dirt road, it's not that bad, but it's the same effect on the bike. It's just the front end's really working right now. There's lines all over the pavement, so I don't know if they're doing some kind of a test. Sometimes they'll do that with different techniques and materials, see how it holds up over time, or if they're going to repave this or what. But you can, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, probably not. There's lines on the road and there's lots of little striations. Just take it easy through this section. Other than that, it's just beautiful out. All kinds of bikes. I've seen dirt bikes, I've seen cruisers, lots of Harleys, couple Goldwings, some trikes, some old Triumphs. Everybody's bringing their favorite bike out here, that's for sure. Woo! Real tight. And no, I'm not grabbing the front brake, I'm just tapping it a little bit to scrub a little bit of speed. I've got a little bit of rear on too, even though the rear is linked. I like the combination. It doesn't make the front dive much, but you don't want to do it too hard on the front into these corners. I'm just lightly using one finger to scrub speed, but once I'm in the corner, get off that front brake. Even though I'm on the rear, that means I'm on the front too, because it's linked, but it's only one of the pistons, so it's not too much. Pavement's back to normal now, so it was only about a mile. I bet it's some kind of test. Man, I'll tell you what, it is so much nicer being on these kinds of roads now than in the fall, strictly because there are no leaves on the road. Oh my God, the stress from that. I mean, they were seriously slippery. You had to stay in the track, and it was really nice when I was following more of the washboard, following a car that was going through to clear the way, because it was so sketchy with those leaves being wet and totally covering the roads up there. I mean, you had no confidence with the front end just slipping all over. This is just great. You don't have to think about anything but your lines on the road. Really nice. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of corners on this road. It's been non-stop. I know I'm not filming much of it, but there's really nothing to say. I'm just enjoying the roads. This isn't meant to be a total tour of the road or anything like that. How boring would that be? I'm just having fun. But this is the way it's been for miles. Just corner after corner after corner after corner. It's non-stop. Really great road. Yeah, another Floridian. Just noticed that. Huh. Wonder why so many cars are coming up here from Florida. I think I'm going to find a place to eat pretty soon. Didn't even notice it was getting so late. It's almost 1 o'clock. Time for some lunch. I have no idea what I'm going to run into, but I'm sure I'll hit... Whoa! Stay off that center line, dumbass. What am I doing? I'm sure I'm going to run into a town or something pretty soon. The camber of this road changes a lot, even mid-corner. Keeps it interesting, that's for sure. That looks like a great place for a picture. Fontana Lake and the Cherohala River. Wow, water level super low. Jeez. I'm gonna turn around. Looked like there was a kayaking place back there, or at least a parking lot for it. See if I can get a cool shot or two. Water level looks about 20 feet low. Well, I made my way down here. This is a very slippery slope. It's like sand and pine needles. And you can see where the water line has dropped in chunks. There's like a huge 2-foot step down there. I would never make it back up in these boots. So, I got a couple shots, but I wanted to get one kind of down at the water level. That's another 25 feet down. Not going to happen. Stopped here at this overlook. Forgot to put my phone back in the holder. Had to swap out the GoPro battery again. And I got a cool shot of my bike. Why not? And I took off my sweatshirt because it's getting really warm. Oh, and my GoPro remote finally ran out of juice too. Let's see, it's been on since about 9:30. So that lasts almost 4 hours. Luckily I've got 2 USB ports here on the bike, so one charges the phone, one charges the GoPro remote, and it's still stuck in its spot there. I've got about 20 miles to go to, what is it, Robbinsville? So I'll probably get lunch there. I don't know if there's going to be too much in between. Hopefully we get off this highway. I've been on this kind of road for a little while now, but I want to get back to the more twisties. It says I've got a turn coming up in 8 miles, so we'll see what happens. Finally got off that main highway stretch. It did take quite a while. Got 2.5 miles to go till the next turn into a nice little rural mountain area here. Just saw a sign just past it for the Iron Horse Motorcycle Lodge. I just want to buzz by it and take a look. It's not where I'm staying. It was one of the options, but it was sold out. Definitely one of the main attractions around here though for motorcycles. Ride slow. Okay. No problem. I would imagine anyone living on this strip must really love the sound of loud pipes. I'm not sure how far back this is. I've been going about 1.5 miles, 2 miles so far. Quite the haul back from the main road. It's a good thing they got a couple signs along the way. Looks like this might be it. Pretty nice looking grounds. Looks like an RV park. Stacoa, North Carolina. Wonder if they have a restaurant. That's a house, that's the office. I'm sure they have a store. Gift shop. I see chairs. Bathhouse. Looks like everybody's out riding, that's for sure. You got RV parking. Lots of people got their bikes outside their RVs here. Looks like a cool place to stay, especially if you're going to be in the area and you want to stay here a few days and just use it as a home base. That would be really cool. especially if you have an RV. I'd rather do it in an RV than a little cabin room, because I'd want to stay closer if I'm just using this as a cabin to stay in. Alright, that was cool. Just wanted to check it out, show you guys what it's like outside at least. Oh, and just to let you guys know, for those of you that saw that I installed and reviewed this transitions lens for my RF 1200 helmet, it's working absolutely flawlessly. Coming in and out of the shade, into the bright direct sun, then down into the darker areas around corners and under tree canopies. Completely natural. I don't notice it getting too dark. It never surprises me being too light. I mean, I don't even remember it's on. It's completely perfect. Highly recommend it. If they have it available for your helmet, I know they have it for a couple Shoeis, and I think one or two other models, but don't quote me on that. You'll have to look it up and see what they offer. But man, I'll tell you, it is very nice. Ooh, a lot of rocks strewn about the road there. Looked like somebody peeled out. Just saw this, had to stop. Gonna grab a few pics. Now we're coming into the good stuff. It says 27 miles to Robbinsville. I'm pretty much going to be ignoring my GPS. I think when I turned it back on, it forgot my twisty road setting, so it's been trying to have me go down all these other roads. That's why it sent me through that little downtown. Lodging, dining, snacks, shopping. Huh, alright. Well, that might be a place to stop for lunch, because now I'm getting really hungry. It's 2 o'clock. And it's definitely going to be at least another hour, hour and a half to get to Robbinsville. I don't want to wait that long. Nice roads. Not only curvy, but hilly at the same time. It is really steep. It's a lot of fun. Fontana Village Resort. Alright, let's see what's in here. See if anything looks good. Restaurants. Looks good. Well, never mind that place, because their idea of food is hot dogs, and that's it. It's pretty much just a stripped down 7-Eleven. So I had one of my protein bars, and I bought a little 20-ounce Coke Zero for $3.14 there. Rip-off city. But I was talking to the guys that I pulled in next to. They'd just come from riding the Dragon all day, and they said it was a whole lot of fun. It was the first time they'd been up there. Said the sheriff's out, so watch out for that. Said it's not too busy, but there are a lot of bikes on the road. And he said there are lots of the professional photographers out doing photos at some of the cool corners. I wanted to see if I could find Killboy, who's one of the more famous ones. He's the owner of probably the original setup. But I don't know if he actively shoots much anymore, because he's got a lot of projects going on, I know. So he's got a lot of associate shooters doing the actual work for him, camping out on the corners all day. I just thought it'd be nice to do a little promo / interview and just get him on the channel, if I can find him. So when I'm up there, I'll stop and I'll ask at least one of his guys if they know if he's up there, and see if I can arrange it. Man, right now all I can think about is food. I'm starving. Sign said, sharp curve, 10 miles an hour. We'll see about that. Ooh, another one. Alright, this one's kind of sharp. This is pretty much a 90-degree turn. And we're rolling into Deal's Gap. This is a motorcycle resort. This was the other one I tried to stay at that was absolutely packed. This is the #1 place to stay. Very cool looking. Ooh, man, nice Porsche. This would be awesome to come up with friends and stay as a group. The famous Tree of Shame. Broken parts from bikes going down. Nice. Well, I'm sure I'll find some place to eat around here. And then I guess I'll start my Dragon Day early. It's a general store. Killboy's got a shop up here with goodies.
Found lunch.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you and you.
I just dropped its place. You know how that goes.
Got all kinds of cool stuff here. A lot of car clubs come up here too. What I'm going to do, of course, helps to take the right road, is go find my next hotel. It says it's about a half-hour away. Oh, come on. Worst U-turn ever. God. I'm not used to the center of gravity being so off with all the gear on, especially the trunk. It does make a big difference. Plus hills, still not used to them. It says go that way. Oh, okay. Now I understand where the roads are. South 129. So this is going to go into Robbinsville. It's quite a trek to get back to where I am, but it looked beautiful. So it should be a real nice place to stay. What I want to do is hit the Dragon nice and fresh. I might come up after I get settled in. Depends on what time it is, what's going on there. Got other stuff to do too down there. Actually, I have a little work I need to do. As pathetic as that is. But I might buzz back up here. Plan is head out tomorrow morning, which will put me right back there where I started from. Going north on 129 is Tail of the Dragon. I'll do that at least a couple times. Hit the gift shop there and maybe grab a couple t-shirts or something. And then the last time, just keep going north, make the loop, do the Cherohala Skyway, and that'll actually loop me right back around I think coming this way on this road again, at least for a little bit of it, and then head on up to Asheville. And that'll be my day tomorrow. So that'll give me a couple runs of just having fun on the road. And then I'll do one where I actually stop and take pictures and stuff. I don't think on the tail of the Dragon there's going to be any place to stop or anything to take pictures of, I mean. So I'm not worried about that. But at the Cherohala Skyway, I know it's going to be nice and scenic. So I'm going to go find my hotel and we'll see what that's like. Stand by. Okay, found the joint. Oh my God. Sketchy as hell. Steep gravel mountainside road to get here. I've been keeping my feet down the whole time. I guess this is it. I'm not really sure. I thought it was like a hotel. It looks like somebody's freaking house. So I guess I'm gonna be knocking at somebody's door. Oh, sinking into that ground. Alright, not digging this location so far. Not motorcycle friendly. It's a little better. Should have brought my puck. No, that's alright. Nice and sturdy. Alright. I'm gonna get checked in and we'll check this place out. No wonder it said shared bathroom. It's a house.
So here's the room. It's actually a bed and breakfast. And it's real nice looking. Beautiful views. I'll show you out here. I got a creek right outside. So that's noisy here. I'm gonna go enjoy a cigar or two for sure outside. It's just a quaint little loft type room. And they got two more downstairs. This is the only one upstairs. And those are booked tonight. The guy's wife, it's a husband and wife team that run the place. She's off picking the other two up from a nearby town to bring them in. And right outside this door, I do have a private bathroom since it's the only room upstairs. And the two rooms downstairs share one. So I'll probably have them do a little promo and tour of the whole place. So if any of you are interested in coming here as motorcyclists, you can really get a feel for the place and decide if it's for you. One thing I have to say, and it's not just about this place, there is virtually no cell service or internet anywhere around here. So bear that in mind. I actually got this place in particular because it said free Wi-Fi. Well, it turns out it is basically dial-up. It's email only. So not a huge deal. Everyone's like that.